All right, I'm at Battlefield in Monroe, Michigan, or one of the bases. I think it might be across the street, but like they definitely were fighting around this area. I wouldn't be surprised if they do any type of reenactments, but yeah, this there was a lot of it was apparently it was um the Americans versus like the Native Americans at the time, which I'm a Native American, just so everyone's clear, because I was born here. So that technically makes me a Native American, and I will use that. Um, I just like this trail I usually go to is usually, well, they're redoing it. It's kind of horrible, but I don't think I need to go that way. But I'm gonna go this way. Looks like there's more woods and stuff, but yeah, it's a huge battle here. Really bloody, really barbaric. You know, war, really bad. Yes, I wonder if I should come here at night. You know, I only got a couple days left, like, well, a little bit, like a week or so, a little bit over a week. And I was thinking about coming over here at night. You know, just maybe not. It's not really anything to film at night. But yeah, I figured I'd take a little stroll through here, and there ain't much going on Twitter or YouTube. I'm like sitting here redoing my news feed or whatever, my YouTube feed, or I've never been down this way before. I've only been past this place so a lot of times I never even thought to come down here. I didn't even know there was trails back here. But there's nothing really, it's like the same stuff over and over. And just bored, you know what I mean? It's pretty nice out. It's like 80 degrees tonight. We're gonna have some storms possibly, and then our weather's gonna drop back down. But you know, okay, so I don't think that we really have, you know, I've been here about 2 years, so you know, the climate change, I haven't noticed much of a climate change here. It's been pretty, you know, same as it has always been since I've been here. Pretty mild winters, you know what I mean? I mean, they're very cold, but like comparing all the time I've spent, this is the longest I've ever lived anywhere before in one place, one state. And you know, trying to see if there's like anything, trying to see if there's like any notices and like the weather changes. Is, man, it's pretty much been the same like from when I first came up here. So like the whole climate change, you know, they're saying like, oh, it's hotter now, like last year we had like the hottest year or whatever. Like, okay, I mean, it's not like we didn't have any snow. It's not like it was just like 50 degrees all winter or something. Like, I haven't seen any huge changes in the weather patterns, you know. So I think the climate change thing is just a bunch of fucking bullshit, to be honest. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying we don't have climate change. I think that we've always had climate change. I mean, we've had what, multiple ice ages, possibly, so they say, or so they think. Yeah, this field, they probably fought in this field, man. They probably fought in this field right here. Wow, these go back pretty far. You know what, I might actually, instead of going to Munson Park, I might actually start coming here. Since like I could just drive here or whatever. I might come here, like, again, since my park is shut down and I can't go to one of my favorite parks, the Sterling State Park, because they're redoing the path that I used to go down, and you can see it in my old videos. If you go really far back, you can definitely see it there. It's not gonna open up until early July or June or whatever, and I'm gonna be gone because I'm leaving at the end of this month. So I mean, it's cool to check. I like to check out new things. I like to go different places. I don't really like going to the same place all the time, and it's pretty much for me. It's just I don't really like to travel that far. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to drive. I don't like to drive. Like, I think driving sucks. Not just that, but it's expensive. You know, things aren't cheap. And I was watching this video on China, and I don't know if it's propaganda. You know, it's dude, this shit's so stupid. It's like, I wish things were just so easy where we didn't have to worry about, is this real or is this fake? Is this legit? You know, you see something off of Twitter, and then you start like, dude, that sounds legit, and then it turns out to be fake. It's like, come on, man, really? I don't want to put out fake shit, you know what I mean? I want to put out the right shit. So in this video, they're talking about China, and well, they said that they have 1.4 billion, and the way that they were saying things, it sounded pretty legit. I mean, I've listened to other like YouTubers or YouTube videos, and they were you know, thinking that there's less people in China. They don't have the 1.5 billion. And you know, they had multiple factors. The less of the salt intake, and you know, if they don't count the rural people, and I think that's what they started saying with like unemployment. The unemployment numbers aren't really good. It's actually pretty high from what they were saying, and like in the depression, sounds like depression mode. Like depression unemployment was like 25%. Okay, something like that. And they were saying that China's is like 28%, and they don't even like factor in like people who go to college. You know, they fudge the numbers like how governments like to do. They like to fudge the numbers to make themselves look better than they did. You know, this is what happened with China in the old, like I listened to a little bit about history about China, and why you had so many people starving was because basically the people who were reporting to, the people in the middle were afraid to tell the real numbers, so they would kind of fudge the numbers a little bit. Well, a little bit of fudge, I mean, if everybody starts fudging, you know, it's kind of like Hitler. They don't get the right information. They were scared to tell them, the people at the top, because they're afraid that they would get disappeared, you know what I mean? So that's how those totalitarian governments work. So basically, you know, when the numbers got to the top, they thought that they had more food than they really had. Turns out that they didn't. That helped with the starvation. A lot of people died. A lot of people starved to death. And it sounds like they have not the same, but it sounds like they're definitely having financial issues there. And I think that's what I think is like they don't want us to know because they're trying to perceive themselves as strong. You know, everyone says they're like the second greatest nation in the world, second strongest, especially like financially. But there's a thing called a bailan, and it means let it rot. So there's a movement with the youth that are basically just minimalist, and they're not trying to do more than they have to. You know, kind of like quiet quitting here. It sounds like kind of familiar, right? It sounds like it kind of rhymes. Like, what's going on with this? You know, what I gathered from the video was it sounds very similar to the stuff I'm crying about on this channel. a lot of the people, a good portion of their population are, going through what I talk about. In fact, it's like way worse, like a billion times worse than what we're going through. Like, these people have to work. Some of the, their thing, I guess, is ours is like 9 to 5, Monday through Friday or whatever. Theirs is like 9 till 9, 6 days a week. Some of the people work 7 days a week, 16 hours. This is probably why people started like offing themselves, because like if your life is the same thing every day, that's not worth living, man. There's no variety. It's just, I wake up and I'm just a robot. And those people don't really speak out of fear, and they're very respectful. I really like the Chinese people. So, you can't say what you, even like a little group message with friends. They were saying, this one economist was like, say something really mild about like criticizing the economics of the government, and the guy's been disappeared just in a little group text. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to laugh at that, but it's just like they tell on each other, because if the reason why they do that, because if the government finds out that they know, like if they find out about that chat and they're a part of it, they're linked to it, well, they'll suffer some harsh consequences as well, with their social credit score or not. So that's why China uses fear to intimidate their own people into submission, which is really, really bad. It seems like we've already been taken over. Well, we were almost. I don't think that we've been taken over yet because of Trump, but we were there, man. I think that if the Democrats retain power, I definitely think that we would definitely be in some type of civil war right now. Their morality is just all at a really all-time low. Kind of like how it feels here. I'm sitting here complaining about things, and they do have way more men than women, so like it kind of rhymes with what's happening here. It makes you wonder, like, if the system that we're going through, or has been implemented softly, was formed in China. And I've heard, other people talking kind of like this, and they try to implement this crap on us. You got an aging population there, which they don't like to talk about. What makes, like, when you have a one-child policy, and then people are socially get used to that, they're like, they're not going to really change. I think that the Chinese people are very conservative. I really do. I think that those are very conservative people. And they took that one child policy and did away with it, but people aren't like excited to have kids. And I think it's kind of like this, like, why would I want to bring a kid into this fucking world? That's what they're probably thinking, like, why would I want to bring a kid into this world where they're just a slave? So no, I'm not going to. So you see a lot of people not having kids, plus they don't have a lot of women. I mean, they have a lot of women, but this is what I'm talking about. If there is people who are running everything and they're trying to implement this type of new world order, well, we need to go after these people. We need to actually go to, I will fuck them up. Like, seriously, I will sign up right now and I will fight these people like Klaus Schwab. I don't give a fuck. I'm tired. I'm not gonna put, that's a fight worth fighting for freedom. I don't care about fighting for Ukraine. I don't give a shit about them, man. That's their fucking problem. I don't care about fighting wars in Iraq or Afghanistan, but if I'm gonna fight against the New World Order, you better believe I'll fucking, I don't give a shit, you know. And there's a lot of people that don't give a fuck, and they will fight. That's a worthy cause. Like these elites who want to, you know, run this world and oppress everybody. Well, like, I have no problem coming after you. I have no problem, you know, join a militia and going on foreign soil and invading you. I have no issue with that. To me, that's something that's worth fighting for. You know, like when I was younger, and I could have joined the military. And in fact, I think I'm made to join the military. I think I'm built to join the military. I think I would have thrived in the military. But I always had it in the back of my head that I probably would have been killed. That was something, and it's just like there wasn't really anything that I thought that was worth fighting for. I mean, the 9/11 thing that happened, that got a lot of people energized to join the military. And at that time, it was like, okay, 9/11 was absolutely brutal, man. I seen the second plane hit, and I seen both the towers collapse, and that was absolutely brutal. I couldn't believe it after that first tower collapsed, and then the second one collapsed. And then the other building collapsed for no apparent reason, I guess because of fire. It was like, I mean, if my audio sucks, I apologize. It's kind of windy right this second. But I just like that would have been a worthy cause to fight for. But at that time, I was kind of like actually in the process of moving up here to Michigan, and it's kind of funny because I took a Greyhound up here, and like a couple weeks before, you can look the story up, there was like some type of a terrorist thing on a bus. So I was kind of like, before I even like got on the bus, so I was like kind of apprehensive about actually coming up here with a Greyhound, but I still did it because I was poor. I've been poor for a long time. I've been poor since I was like, pretty much, I guess, as soon as my stepdad and mom split up, then I was poor. Then I was poor, and I say poor American standards poor, because obviously there's people that I have it way better than most of this world. But yeah, it's been a struggle since, man. Ever since I was 16, it's been a struggle in this fucking shit. And it feels like it doesn't matter how hard you work, you're just not getting anywhere. Something always comes up. Something always comes up. You save some money and it's gone because something else comes up. And you just can't get ahead. And it's like, what? Is this a simulation? I don't know. Man. It all feels like theater, man. Dude, when I seen that Jeff Bezos capsule and they opened the door, like, dude, is everything fake? Like, is everything scripted? That's what it feels like. It feels like everything's fake and scripted, man. You know what I mean? Like, you see everyone ultra polarized on the internet, but you come out in reality and everyone's just chilling. And it makes me wonder if, like, the internet's even fucking real, if it's all scripted. I wonder if, like, you know, like, China has anything to do with that. I think that them, the New World Order, I think they definitely have something to do with this. And this is unsustainable. It just is. Like, at some point we'll go to a purge. Like, I don't want to go to a purge. I don't want to go into a Mad Max situation. I mean, if it happens, it happens, man. I guess we'll have to try to rebuild. I don't think we're going to. But we do need changes, man. We need changes. We need significant changes, you know. Like, and I'm not gonna keep paying for Democrats' bullshit. So like, if they want their programs and they want to use the government, then they should have to be taxed. Like, this is the problem with these globalists and communists, is like they're holding on to their private wealth. But like, why aren't you going first? Why aren't you donating all your assets to the government if you're a Marxist? Like, what do you, like, legit, AOC and Bernie Sanders are legit communists. And pretty much most of the Democratic Party are communists as well. They call me a fucking fascist. Like, that's all they do want to do is when they pretty much are like a hybrid of a fucking. They're the ones, dude. I just want to be left the fuck alone, and I don't want to see my fucking hard-earned tax dollars of people who are like me, who work their asses off, to see our tax dollars fucking wasted on bullshit. I don't mind helping other people out, man, but like, we're not doing good, man. We don't. I think it's kind of ridiculous. You know what I mean? I think this whole social media shit is just ridiculous. that video I was talking about, that they were talking about China. It was 35 minutes, and I went through like 6 times I had to skip ads. And I think that's on the person who's running the show, because they're trying to get money. It's like, I'm just not gonna watch your content. Like, I'm wondering if there's any ads on mine. There shouldn't be any ads on mine because I'm not getting it monetized. But I understand people want to make money off of this. I get it. And it does, like, hey man, speaking your mind, it is tiring, man. I'm not I know it sounds weird. And the whole thing with like Cory Booker, I'll give him like, you know, he wasted a good 25 hours of our taxpayer money holding up Congress, like talking probably about a bunch of bullshit. And like, yeah, he just talked continuously for 25 hours up there, and that's pretty amazing. I'll give him that, but it's kind of like, why didn't you just do a live stream? Why are you wasting our tax dollars? What are you guys even doing? Like, AOC and Bernie Sanders are out here like running for president already. Really? People don't want to, like, people are tapped out with fucking politics. I'm sure that if there's anybody watching my shit, I bet you they get annoyed with me talking about politics. I guarantee they probably don't want me talking about this shit. And the reason why I do is it's like current. But, you know, I'm thinking to myself, what does it matter? Why do I even bother? For right now, I ain't got nothing else to do. I mean, I could start up a new game. And next week is like my week when I really gotta, you know, get things going. It's gonna be my last week here, so, you know, finish up my list, you know, cleaning the apartment top to bottom. I want to clean out my car, and my car isn't too bad, but I haven't vacuumed it for a while. I don't wash it at all. I haven't washed my car in forever. It's it's not one of those cars that need to be washed all the time. So, oh, there's a Union Jack right here. Yeah, I just, you know, I have no problem with, what was that, the Fourth Amendment, the freedom of religion? I think that's a good thing, man. But, you know, the other day I was talking about our culture. Well, yeah, you have the right to come here and express whatever religion you want, but the thing is, just don't come here and oppress us, you know? If you're Islamic, that's cool, but, like, don't think you're gonna come over and take shit over, because you're not. I mean, I'll fight to the death against the Islams, for real. If you guys want some, like, I'm not trying to, yeah, they said that I don't want, I'll fight to the death against the Islams. I'm not, fuck, those guys are, a bunch of, can I even say anything on here? Is it hate speech? It's okay to talk shit about Christians, right? But not Islam? Isn't that kind of funny? Why is that? They said this battle, River Raisin, was one of the bloodiest land battles ever fought in Michigan soil. That's pretty crazy. It happened in 1812. And it says, remember the raisin becoming America's first major wartime rally cry. Pretty interesting. You know, this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Stuff that we, especially when we were younger, well, when I was younger, and I'll just use myself. I don't need to go that way. I don't want to be by the road. You don't, like, this was the battle. This is probably the battlefield right here. Pretty bad, you know, than killing each other right here. I bet you there's some souls here. I bet you there are. Some spirits. I wouldn't be surprised if they're roaming here at night. And that's kind of weird how, like, the spirits come out at night. Isn't that weird how that happens? You know, when people at night, you know, the predators come out at night. And we're not built for that. Anyway, like, this is what I'm talking about. We're having to constantly grind away, working so hard. And like I said, the Chinese people, like, that's not a life worth fucking living, in my opinion. I wouldn't fucking work 72 hours for what? If I'm working 72 hours, I better be fucking well off. I better not just be like where I'm at right now. And that's probably like where they're at, you know. Honestly, like, I bet you those people that are busting their ass like that live the basic life that I live. And it's fucking disgusting. This is why I'm saying, like, hey, listen. These companies have made massive profits off of fucking slave labor. If you can't employ Americans because the cost too much to employ them, well, then you shouldn't be in business. Here's another thing too I was thinking about. You know, when I was talking about the bailouts earlier for the rich people, like the banks and shit, I really think that, like, the government should basically, if, you know, somebody, a major business, we should just take it over and then just start chopping it up and selling it and trying to pay off the debts and just, dude, they should be doing that anyway. They should be breaking up monopolies, but they don't do that. They don't do their job. That's what I'm saying. What are they doing? What is Congress doing? What has our government been doing besides just taking money from us? And they want more raises. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker too. If we need raises because if we don't get raises, then we're going to be corrupt. Really? Okay. I mean, I think that's a pretty good standard of living when you're making $177,000 a year. And I understand you have to have a place there in Washington. You have a place where, but dude, you signed up for it though, man. You signed up for it. I mean, we have mayors, you know, mansions and shit. Why can't we have, like, we have all these federal buildings that are empty. Why can't we just convert those into places like pods for these people to go and hang out? You know, I heard that, like, Congress people kind of, some of them just stay in their office. Like, why not? Why don't you just live there? Why don't you just live in the Capitol? Why would you need an apartment? Like, that's if you want that, like, their offices should be, accommodated enough so they can, so they can be able to sleep there, be able to live out of it, because they go back and forth, they come back and they do their thing here, wherever they're from, whatever state they're from, and they go to the capital, and it kind of is stupid at this point. It really is. It's like, we can just vote ourselves. We really don't need you people anymore. Like, the only thing we need you people to do is, like, organize bills for us to vote on, and then we can vote on all that shit ourselves. Direct voting. I think that we should replace, because they're supposed to be, like, for the people anyway. Well, we should be for ourselves. We don't fucking need representatives. I think that's something that needs to be reformed, and it can be. We can, but the thing is we're gonna have to have these politicians taken out of office. Do you think they're gonna vote for that? Do you think they're gonna vote for pay decreases? I mean, they're not gonna do anything to hurt themselves. So, like, why would they vote themselves out of a job? These people like Nancy Pelosi that have been in there the whole time. They don't even need to be in there. They're set. They're rich. And it's like, dude, you're fucking old. Go enjoy the rest of your life. Why are you in politics, man? Let somebody else come up. What's going to happen is, like, if these people don't leave, and especially, like, if cheating comes out and find out that they're cheating, there will be more Luigis that happen. And I'm not saying that, I'm not making threats. I'm making observations, okay? That's what I'm saying. These people what they think is that, like, they're untouchable or something. They're in a bubble. And it's unfortunate, So, I mean, we're not like China, man. We're not going to keep putting up with this shit. So, like, if the Democrats take over and they think that they're just going to do their thing again, like, it's not going to happen. Like, I'll fucking fight. If the Democrats take back over, I'll join militias, and I will fight. I will definitely fight a resistance with the civil war against those motherfuckers. I'll tell you right now, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. You best believe that's going to go down. And then you can go ahead and document it, and the FBI come and give me a visit or whatever you got to fucking do. I'm not making any type of terrorist threats. I'm just saying, if there's a revolution that starts, I'm going to join some militias and fight against a fucking tyrannical Democrat-run fucking government. 100%, I fucking will. And I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. If you want to lock me up, go ahead. I just don't give a fuck. I really don't. I'm just saying what other people are thinking. We're not going to keep putting up with this shit. We want fucking changes, and we're getting changes. Right now, we are getting changes. And that's why people just need to go to work and wait and see what happens, man. See what Trump can do. That's good. And hopefully he can make things good for us. No, I don't know. We'll see if there's any changes. I have faith that he's making changes because of how bad that they hate him. I want to know why BlackRock, and they are the fucking New World Order. BlackRock are the fucking New World Order. The way that they're so secretive. Why are these people secretive? Why don't these people want us to know who they are? Because they're against us. These people in BlackRock. How can they own like 40% of the fucking single family homes and shit? I think that's quite ridiculous. They don't need to be owning that shit. Owning like if that's true, 40%. But they shouldn't be owning any fucking houses, to be honest. Unless it's like their own house. No corporation should be doing that crap. I think that's ridiculous. There's many changes that are happening, and I'm liking what Trump is doing, and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens. Um, he's definitely anti-establishment. I think he's playing really nice right now. I think he's trying to be fair. And I will say this, don't piss him off. This guy is being very, very gracious to the New World Order. He can destroy you at any time. If I was Trump, like seriously, if I was Trump, I would be coming after you people. I would be using the military to go after the New World Order hard. And I would take your assets and I would dump you people off and your family, like the Rothschilds, off in a third world country so you know how it feels, because that's what you deserve. I was wondering what these things are right here, and I'm glad that I think these are kind of old. They're here for a reason. I don't know if like they used to use this as a barrier, but I'm glad that people haven't destroyed it. That's good, because people are fucking assholes, man. Like, you guys can see that. I wonder if they use it as a barrier. I seen them over there too. I mean, obviously the bullets are a lot different back then. Yeah, I think these are probably, like, back in the day, that road would have been there. So, I wonder what those probably are, just like little things that they can lay down and shoot the other people. Yeah, pretty crazy, man. And it's not nailed together at all. I don't want to touch him. I don't even want to touch him, but yeah, they're not even like nailed together or anything. They're just stacked up. And that's pretty crazy. They had the Union Jack over there, so this must have been the fight right here. So here's the American flag coming over here. This is the field they probably were killing each other. There's probably a lot of people right here where I'm walking. Probably a lot of blood, a lot of carnage. Especially like this was a pretty bloody war, man. It's pretty cool that if these have been up here, they might have put these up here. Who the hell knows? They might have these might not have been the originals. They would have had them in here for like 200 years. But it could be the originals. With all the windstorms and stuff, it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna check this chair out, this little bench. Yeah, this was definitely the American side. Let me see what this says. I was just talking about people that go into it. Nothing specific about the actual war. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff, man. Pretty interesting stuff. This is what I'm saying. We're always so stuck in the damn rat race that we miss stuff like this. We don't get to see stuff like this, because we're always just worried about our own lives and stuff, and you miss out on historical stuff, and that's what I would like to do. Not have to worry about making money anymore. Being stuck in a rat. It'd be cool to just explore, man. Document and explore. So yeah, I'm probably gonna cut this off now. That's the river raisin. Yeah, but that was a pretty major battlefield right there. That's pretty crazy stuff right there, man. Yeah, you can look that stuff up yourself if anybody's still listening to this, about the River Raisin battlefield in Monroe, Michigan. It's kind of like a really, it's kind of like a, 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 really, it's kind really known thing around here. I don't really have much anything else to say. I guess that's it.